Is it Jam Fam or is it Maj Fam?
Is it what fan? Maj?
Maj.
How so?
What's the jam backwards?
That's too much for my little brain to understand.
It's not that little. I think it's average size.
Yeah, it's more just like the operations about it, you know?
That's fair.
That's just what's confusing. But I get confused very easily. So, Big Dog, how you doing?
Doing well. It's May 20th, 2025, 11:53 a.m.
Wow.
Little lunch break jam sesh.
Lunch break jam.
How does it get much better? I mean, I feel like I should make a piece of toast and jam.
Wow. Do you have one?
No, but maybe Thursday.
Have you ever done cheese with jam on a cracker?
Depends on the kind of cheese.
Well, I mean, I don't think it depends on the kind of cheese. I think you either have done it with a thing of cheese or not.
I have, but it's like charcuterie board cheese.
Okay, is that bad?
No, it's good. Meaning, like, I wouldn't do, like, a cracker with, like, a slice of American cheese and jelly.
But yeah, no, duh. What are you, a psychopath? Although that probably is not terrible.
I mean, we might have to try it.
Housewarming, here we come.
Oh, yeah. Get ready. Pretty soon I'll have a new backdrop.
Wow, what's it going to look like?
I don't know. I have some ideas on what I want to make it.
Is that painting of the old man still going to be there?
Not only is he still going to be there, but that apparently is being moved to my office / man cave, and it's not allowed to be anywhere else.
Wow, that makes a lot of sense. Just a lot of sense.
I don't know. I think it's a great picture, but
I'm shocked it's still there. What is your ideal man cave setup?
Good question. Office. I think every man cave should have, your office there, just because it's your living station.
Okay.
It has to have a couch and TV, which mine will have.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably get an Xbox.
Really?
And yeah, I'll game a little bit. Just because, something to do. And
you're going to game? What are you going to play?
A little bit. I don't know. I'll leave it up to Jam.
Just a sports guy.
Yeah, I'm a big FIFA guy, but I haven't played in years.
That makes sense. I've still been playing NCAA college football. I'm not won any games in China. Who cares? Whatever. Who cares about his name?
I got to have a mini fridge.
What are you going to have in the mini fridge?
That's a great question. Only poppies. No.
What flavors?
Cream soda. No.
Cream soda's not bad.
No. I want to get a kegerator.
Of poppy?
Like a mini one? No, like a mini beer like keg.
What kind of beer?
It's got to be Stella.
Ugh, I don't like Stella.
You don't like Stella?
Why do you like Stella?
I don't know. I'm a weird guy. What's your favorite beer?
I don't know. What kind of, what am I going for? Well, okay. I had maybe the best beer in the world.
Was it Bapple?
No. No, I have, legitimately, it might have been the best beer in the world. From Single Thread and Russian River collaboration.
Have you ever heard of Bapple?
No. But let me get to my point, all right? Sunshine, you're shifting all around. You're basically, you're like a deck of cards at a blackjack dealer's just taking a little bit too long with today, okay? Let's just stick on this topic. I was there and had a couple sips of the best beer of my life from Russian Red River, and it is known as the best beer in the world. People camp out for a week straight for it. It was very delicious.
Was it that good? Would you camp out for this beer?
No, because I wouldn't camp out for anything. I don't do well with dirt and outside for an extended period of time. I can go glamping, I can walk, I can take a hike, but I need to be in a bed at the end of the day. And I need to have a Tempur-Pedic pillow. And that brings us to the sponsor of the day. Would you like to do the ad read session?
No, that's all you...
Okay. Pillows. There for your neck when you need them. But don't forget about the head. There as well. Pillows. Get yours today.
Great ad read.
Thank you. Back to the programming. It was good beer.
Good. I'll have to try it.
You can't.
I will.
You literally cannot try the beer. There's no way for you to get your hands on it.
Well, what happens if I try it?
I would love to get your feedback on it, but you can't.
All right, JFM, episode 89, I will be drinking this beer.
It's a limited run. It's almost done.
That's fair. If I can't get that, I'll drink Bapple.
What's Bapple?
Thank you so much for asking. I was just informed Busch Light has a limited edition apple flavor that the young kids are calling Bapple. And I want to get my hands on it and try it.
I want to have a Bapple beer so bad. I want to take 3 sips and then have an instant tummy ache. That's all I can ever ask for.
I just want to shotgun it.
Yeah. I feel like you don't do shotguns.
Shout out to the... Oh, yeah, no, I hate shotguns. I'm terrible at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not.
Wow. Got me there.
I love putting jam in a spin.
Dude, because people are watching this right now, and they're thinking themselves having their coffee, starting their day in Philadelphia in Center City, right near the Pret, and they're thinking to themselves with just their 2 hands on their mug, just I'm having a good morning, being like, whoa, big ass doesn't shotgun, and then just them being put in a spin circle, like, bro, I've seen him do it, and then he's just gonna spit out his coffee and be like, wow, he does shotgun, and then his ears just gonna keep going.
I'm so excited to be close to him.
I am jealous of that.
Are you jelly?
I am jelly. I'm becoming a jelly for that particular situation. I would prefer if you both just moved to New York.
It's not happening.
It would make me a lot happier.
Or
But what else are you going to have in your mansion?
That's a good question. So mini fridge, couch, TV on the wall hanging, desk, monitors, said mini fridge. Honestly, maybe like a little putting thing. That'd be fun.
What about the beer pong putter thing?
I don't know if I'd want a beer pong putter thing, just because who am I going to play with in my man cave? I'd want just like a single putting like green
that hits it right back to you.
Yeah, I mean, in a perfect world, Waffles will. Oh my god, if I can train Waffles to just either A, get me beer, or B, bring the ball back to me.
I can see A happening with the golf ball. It's like too tricky because their throats. They're tiny.
Yeah,
that's what I'm afraid of.
I can't wait for episode 16, maybe 13. Waffles debut.
Oh my god, we're gonna get a Waffles cam.
This dog is gonna eat so many waffles too.
Yeah, are they allowed to?
Sure, to waffle.
What if you come out with the first line of dog treat waffles?
I'd hope I make $1 million from it.
Would you split? Like, would you give me at least like $1,000 if that's like what makes you a millionaire?
Sure, I'll give you $1,000, and I'll give you free waffle treats.
Deal. Human or not human? Doesn't matter. I'm gonna eat them both.
Not human, and you'll get them free for life.
I don't mind that.
Well, you gotta get a dog.
I already got that dog in me. Woof woof, dog treats. Here we come. Doesn't matter.
My God. Speaking of dog treats, how about the NHL, man?
You're telling me. So the NHL is getting very spicy. I know tonight, Tuesday, May 20th, we have the Florida Panthers versus the Hurricanes. Seskin, do you know where the Hurricanes are from?
Yeah, I think it's somewhere in the Carolinas, right?
Correct.
Yeah. And do you know where the Florida Panthers are from?
Florida.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as we're looking at this game, I really think it's going to be a high-scoring game, game one. I'm telling you, my prediction is going to be correct score, 4-2, Panthers.
Really?
In Carolina.
I'm actually going to take, I agree with that, but I think there's going to be some jitters. I'm going to take under 1.5 goals first period.
All right. Are we doing our first NHL jam? Potentially.
The thing is just like, what are the stakes?
So I've been thinking about this.
Okay. The Mizzou sweatshirt?
I don't want to do a Mizzou sweatshirt. We can either do like an eating thing on the next jam, which should be Thursday, and the loser has to eat crackers with cheese and jelly for the first 10 minutes of jam. Okay. Or we can do the loser has to wear the other team's sweatshirt.
That's boring. What are we gonna buy hockey sweatshirts? Come on, we have a life. We'll do the jam for this one.
Well, let's not get ahead of. Well, what other idea do we have besides eating jam on jam? We could save that one too.
Nothing. I don't think there should be anything else besides eating jam on jam. Everyone knows hockey players love jam too. That's like a weird thing in that culture. Do you know that?
No. Who's your source?
Oh no.
See, none of these teams are Canadian. We could have done something with syrup.
You're not Canadian.
Are you?
We can still do syrup.
Could. What if the loser has to
buy a tech deck and put syrup in the wheels? No, that's not gonna work. Let's see.
I'm drawing a blank on what we could do.
Bought a bunch of silverware and then put syrup on a spoon and then just try to convince a random stranger to eat it off the spoon.
What if we do the loser has to eat something that has jelly and syrup, and they also have to give a full recap of the match on the next jam?
I like that.
Like full highlights, like what each player did, and yeah.
Yep. It's going to kill my diet, but I'm ready. So what's the bet? Are you taking over 1.5 first period goals and I'll take under 1.5?
No way. Let's do straight up winner. Panther. I'll take the Panthers. They're away.
Whoa. Hold your horses. Okay, I'll take the Hurricanes.
Yeah, the Hurricanes probably are way favored.
Ooh, but the Panthers might win.
Yeah, that's why I said that. It's crazy.
You definitely did the research on the NHL. Why are we betting on the NHL? Should we just bet on the NBA and just call it a day?
No, but we could also do a bet on the NBA. But before we get into the NBA, I just would like to share a few Jewish NHL players. One, Adam Fox, who is Yeah, Adam Fox is the captain, the alternate captain for the New York Rangers. Andrew Crystal is an 18-year-old drafted by the Washington Capitals. Max Sasson, who is on the Vancouver Canucks. Jason Zucker, definitely a Jew. Like I could tell you.
No.
The left winger for the Buffalo Sabres.
How about that?
And Ozzy Weisblatt, yeah, Weisblatt.
No, that's
a
not Jewish.
right winger for the Nashville Predators. There's a good amount of Jewish hockey players, which
More
I
than
guess
you would think.
more than NBA, which is surprising to me because NHL is such a contact sport, and normally bubbies aren't going to let their no, they're not going to like it. But I guess it's a big sport for Jewish kids.
Odds are, well, I mean, look, let's just be honest. There's a big barrier to entry when it comes to playing hockey financially.
That's exactly what I was going to say next.
But I was going to say, I feel like there are just like some kids, like I knew some kids in Hebrew school who would play hockey, and I'd be like, why?
Me too, and I've always wondered if they were good compared to the rest of the league.
Like, yeah, newsflash, no.
Well, to us they were good because what do we like? We don't know anything about hockey. Like,
that's a good point.
Are we beating them in the cage, like on our feet? Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah. I mean, we're smoking them, but you put on ice skates, and I mean, it's game over for us.
Can you ice skate? I can't. I look like a draft who's just trying to find his way in this world. I look like a draft on Nessie Classified School Survival Guide on ice skates. I like just don't know what's happening.
15 years ago, I was pretty decent. In my head, I'm an elite ice skater, but I could also see myself being so bad.
You're just very good at weird things.
Yeah. I like skiing.
Yeah, you seem like the type. You're also very good at ping pong.
Is that really a Jewish thing, though?
No, but...
I guess it could be.
No, my bad. So sorry for complimenting you. No, my bad.
Yeah, you should be. Why would you compliment me?
Apologies.
Thank you. I am very good at ping pong. I like hustling people. Makes me happy.
Yeah. It is a very mean thing that you do to take advantage of people, but it's just fine. It's just what it is. What are you going to do? So, what are we laying on the final bet? Something with syrup and jelly, and then a recap? I like that. I like that a lot.
So, yeah, that's our NHL slate. Should we go right to the NBA?
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I have to pay attention to this game now.
Yep.
NBA.
Well, before we get into the NBA playoffs, let me just spit out a few notable Jewish NBA players.
Wonderful. Right? Amari Stoudemire.
All right, that's one. Denny, Denny.
Yeah.
He's the main one. And then I got another one for you who you had no idea that this person is Jewish and or trying to convert to Judaism. How about Sabonis? Sabonis is married to a Jew, and he's in the process of converting, and their family eats kosher and celebrates Shabbos.
Wow.
I love it. He's a great player. We'll gladly take him.
I'll take him.
Yeah. I mean, really what's happening in the NBA is the common theme is these guys are not Jewish growing up, and they convert.
Yep, makes sense.
It makes sense.
Yeah. Because, you know why it makes sense? You start dating a Jewish girl, and then you don't make decisions anymore. No. So, just what it is.
And you never know, Pat Bev might be next.
Oh, is he dating a Jewish woman?
No, he was playing in the Israeli league.
Oh. Israeli had... I remember there was a period there when I was, in my younger years where there was a TV guide, and Comcast used to play the Israeli basketball league in the morning. I was like, oh, wow, this is kind of interesting. And I watched a couple minutes of it. And then I also watched a couple minutes of Purdue. And for some reason, when I was a kid, I saw the P in Purdue. And it was with that guy named Gus or whatever his name was. He was small. He was good. And then I always just thought in my head that Purdue was in Pittsburgh because of trains in the letter P. Purdue is not in Pittsburgh.
No.
It's not at all. But what are you going to do? So basketball.
Yeah, so we have tomorrow is the Knicks game, or is that
That's the Knicks game. Are we talking about the Knicks game, or are we talking about OKC Timberwolves? I don't know. The Knicks are exciting.
Yeah, I'll start the Knicks game. So the New York Knicks are playing the Indiana Pacers. I personally think the Knicks are going to win the game in 5.
The game in 5 points. Or you mean series?
No. I said the series.
You didn't say series.
All right, Jam Fam. Relax.
Just saying. You didn't say it.
I think the Knicks win the series in 5. I know the Pacers beat them last year, but I don't know. The Knicks just seem really good. I like the way they're playing. I think Cat, when he's on and the Knicks are on, they're very, very good. And the Pacers, don't have like one player besides Halliburton that's like able to take over. Like you look at the Celtics, right? All those players are individually really talented. Mm-hmm. The Pacers as a team just play very well. And I really think the Knicks are going to be able to,
Team ball? Doesn't matter to you?
No, I think the Knicks are going to outplay them.
Wow.
Yeah, what do you think?
I mean, I think the Knicks are going to take game 1. The thing is, like, where's the value, you know?
Yeah, I'm not talking about value here. I'm talking about and sometimes you can't look at it as from the value standpoint. You have to look at it as, well, if I want to make money and I think this is going to happen, you just have to take the lesser value, knowing that you're going to come out on top.
I'm all about value.
I know you are.
I don't know. Pacers are coming off a rest, but it is home. I don't know. The Knicks right now are -4.5. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think the Knicks 4.5 is a great bet. I don't think it's going to be under 4 points either way. I think the Knicks sweep at home. The Knicks take one in Indiana, and then they close it out.
Damn, you're really not getting any respect on this Pacers team.
No, I'm not. I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because at this point, it would make so much sense for the Knicks to make it to the finals and then lose in the championship.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I would be sad. I think, I've just watched so much more of the Knicks series than the Pacers. But the Pacers just absolutely gave it. You know, they're just they're steamrolling. Oh, that's the only thing I got with them. I don't know. All right, like, I'll ride with you on a bet where we'll do Cats over, because you said when Cats playing good, we'll do Cats over at 22.5. We'll do Knicks -4.5 then.
Yep. Knicks -4.5. I think the final score of that game is 113 to 104.
Okay, so they win by 9 points. So should we do Knicks -8.5 then with Cats over 22.5 or no? Play it safe.
Why not?
All right.
You like the value.
I don't like the value, but I'll take it.
All right. And then the next game we have, which is Wednesday, right? That game is the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Timberwolves. And again,
you got your days confused. It goes Monday, then it goes Tuesday, then it goes Wednesday, then it goes Thursday, then it goes Friday, then it goes Saturday, then it goes Sunday.
Today's Tuesday, so then it's Wednesday, Thursday.
No, it's Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh, there's a game Thursday tonight?
Yeah, that's why I was like, we should start with the Oklahoma City versus Timberwolves.
So I was texting a good friend of ours.
A-Bone?
A-Bone.
What's his name again? That guy? I don't know. He wants to be called something, and I'm just like, just shut up and put some lipstick on.
Just call him A-Bone, but he was texting me because I called every single game in the Knicks series. You can ask him. Every single game I predicted, and I was correct. So he asked me about the Game 7 of Oklahoma City versus Denver.
Can I just time out here for a second?
Am I not allowed to continue my story or what?
I want to give you props because you're just good. You're just good at picking winners.
I try and pick winners. But let me continue. So he's texting me, Sunday afternoon, about the Oklahoma City-Denver game. And I'm thinking Game 7, minimum start 6:30. Boy, was I wrong, because he's texting me like halfway through the first quarter. I had no idea the game started. And I told him straight up the Thunder are winning by 15, at least. And at this point, the Thunder were down by like 15 points. And I stuck to it, and they ended up winning by over 30 points.
That's nuts.
So, I don't want to say I'm the reason that Oklahoma City won, but, if you connect the dots.
Yeah.
So the other thing I want to point out is if you look at the beginning of the season, in the offseason, there was a huge trade between the Timberwolves and the Knicks. And it was one of those trades that you looked at, and it was Cat for
Randall,
DiVincenzo, and was there another player?
Maybe some picks.
Picks. And even then you look at that trade and you're like, wow, I think this benefits both teams pretty well.
Yeah.
And honestly, it would be pretty cool if Minnesota versus the Knicks or the championship and one of those teams won. Even if they don't, even if both teams lose in the series, you still look at that trade and you go, I'm very happy with the results either way.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
No, I think the Knicks win. I don't have my official picks in for the Thunder Minnesota.
What about the game tonight? 7.5 OKC.
7.5 OKC. I don't see it. I mean, you can't bet against Ant. Ant's so good. Yeah. The thing I love about Ant is there's a lot of players that get drafted every year. There's a player that gets drafted number 1 overall. He's just goated. And I don't know if you remember when Ant got drafted, he straight up said, basketball is not my favorite sport. He's just an absolute dog. He's so good at everything he does, and he doesn't want to be the face of the league, and he's just that good.
All right, let's put it this way then. Anthony Edwards over 11.5 rebounds, assists.
Combined?
Yeah, 6 and 6.
I don't know. I don't think he's a big assist guy, is he?
I don't know. That's a bet that I like. Let's see.
I mean, it's not a bad bet. I want Minnesota to win, but I just don't see how Oklahoma loses. But I'll say this. If Oklahoma City loses the series, I think there's a really good chance Giannis is on the Thunder next year.
They lose?
Why not?
I could see that.
Giannis is either going to 3 teams. The Mavs, the Spurs, or the Thunder.
I think he's going to go to the Spurs.
I don't think so. That's not their MO. The Spurs are not someone to trade the house. What are they going to do? Trade Castle? I think if you're the Spurs, you're pretty happy drafting Harper. You have Harper, Castle, and Wemby. I think the window for the Spurs is not like we need to win right now, if that makes sense.
Got it.
Do you agree?
Sure. I'll be honest, I
mean-
just don't have that much of a say. I just wanted to see Giannis and Wemby.
I mean, Giannis also has his championship.
Yeah.
Like, Giannis could not win another finals, and he's still goated.
Yeah, exactly. Anthony Edwards in the last 10 games has averaged 5.1s and 4.3 assists.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to beat the Thunder, that's just a tough. 11.5 is tough. I'm going to be honest with you. I would take the under on that.
I'm going to take the over. Is that our bet against each other? Just no spread, just unders or overs?
That's fine. For that game, we'll only do overs and unders on assists and rebounds.
Assists and rebounds on that game? All right. So I'll take the over 11.5 with Ant. Rebounds and assists. Book that. Let me write this all down. Our team bet together. Okay, so I have Hurricanes. You have Panthers. Then let's bold this. Then basketball, Cat over in Knicks minus 4.5 parlay. Amazing. Yep. And then over Ant rebounds plus assists, and you have him under. What's going to be the bet for this one?
The loser's got to make a TikTok story or a TikTok post on the Jam account.
Okay.
And they have to. It'll be one of those where you have to cook like a meal or like explain a meal while also talking about a recap of the game and going over every single one of his rebounds or assists.
That'd be great. That'd be fantastic. I don't know how we're going to be able to find that out, but...
What do you mean? You just go to the play-by-play.
Oh, you can do that?
Yeah, on the ESPN app. Shout out ESPN.
Shout out ESPN?
Sure.
Why not?
It's a harm.
Yeah. What are they going to do? Hire us? They're getting some... Darn. They're getting some in-depth analysis here.
Yeah, I know.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
All right, so that's NBA.
Yeah, I think it's good coverage.
Yeah.
Well, I think you have some fun facts you need to share.
Ooh, you want me to share about fun facts?
Yeah, I think we're at the closing marks of the pod, right?
Ooh, I believe so. So, what's today?
May 20th.
May 20th. Do you know anything about the date about May 20th?
It's pretty close to summer.
Really? That is. But do you know where, like, it was all invented? Like, what was invented on this day?
No.
Pencils. Pencils were invented. You know why? Because they needed a way to write things down without ink. So that's where they discovered graphite. Do you know what year they discovered graphite?
1855.
Ever been in a history class before? 1564. That's when it was discovered. Because locals realized they could just mark up dark marks on paper, wood, and sheep. This is no joke. They used to mark sheep with pencils.
Her dad.
Eventually, they got wooden holders. That was more in the late 1500s. But the British actually controlled the supply. And they made the modern pencil core. In the 1800s, you have mass production. Kids everywhere got pencils.
Do you feel like the pencil market's gone down in the last 20 years?
Pencil market has gone down significantly in the past 20 years. The reason is more because of the adaptation of laptops. But surprisingly, the high-end pen market is still very solid.
That's a good point. But you got to then figure, like, from an education standpoint, everyone that's in K through 12 are still using pencils.
No, a lot of them that was my cord. A lot of them have laptops now.
Very good point.
Yeah. So if you think about 5% of the schools in the U.S. have laptops, that's 5% of the pencil market. The majority of it are now gone. Think about libraries. How many short little pencils were in libraries? Libraries are almost obsolete now.
None. And you need to have a short little pencil. It can't be regular size.
Yeah, well, I mean, what are you going to do? Write something out like fully? No, you need a half-size pencil where your fingers start to hurt when you press it in. Like, come on. There's no eraser. Everything's permanent in that pencil.
Oh, and speaking of the eraser market, it's got to be obsolete.
Can't remember the last time I erased something.
You remember the good old days of the pencil box? Good pink eraser?
Yeah, that was great. My parents always kind of cheaped out on the school supplies where I have those off-colored crayons where instead of green and like in the Crayola, it was just like pea green. And it was just like never quite there. The yellow was off. It was just Kirkland, like just like everything, every colors. And they just, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Shout out FN. What are you going to do?
That's a great fun fact.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. Fun fact.
Yeah, Jam Fam, when you're looking to buy your next pen or even laptop, maybe you should reconsider and get a notepad and a pencil.
Mine just make it old school. Make it old school.
And if you're really feeling risky and you want to reminisce, get that half-size pencil.
Get
Why
the
not?
half-size pencil.
Even if you don't use it, you just keep it in your hand.
There's something for you just to take you back. It's kind of like a time capsule. You ever buried a time capsule before?
No, I really wish I have. That'd be really cool.
I feel like I did at my elementary school, but I doubt they'll ever dig it up. Probably
What
wrote
do
some
you-
sick stuff.
What do you think you put in there? It was effing Kirkland brand crowns.
Just write us a picture of just like, can we dunk yet? The answer's no.
Oh, that's awesome. I
Well,
love
Jam
that.
Fam, what a pleasure.
What a pleasure. Hey, Jam Fam, we just want to let you know we're back and better than ever.
Yeah.
Expect a lot of content from us.
I'm excited. Every single time we hop on here, I'm like, all right, like, here we go. And then it's just way 20 times more electric. Okay, can the siren stop? Just get to the person already. And it just turns out to be way more electric every single time.
Yep. Nope. Completely agree. Oh, all right, Jam Fam.
Jam Fam, bye-bye.
Bye.